Older and Dumber.
Hi, welcome to the Older and Dumber podcast. We have heavy hearts this week and terrible news that we have to share with all of you. We're in our fourth year, after almost 5 years of doing this, a major tragedy has finally struck the podcast. And I just want to say, RIP, RIP to Hunter, voice of Hunter, and his long-standing streak of not missing any episodes of the podcast. So I guess this is a podcast about two dumb friends just trying to make it on this planet we call Earth.
Are you sure he didn't miss one when we were living together? I feel like he did.
No, man. Now he's going to miss like 2 in a row. He's going back to Florida in like a week to do more Wardo business. He's got to sell more oak to dashboards to Floridians. Hunter's not dead, by the way, guys. If
his streak is, though.
His streak is dead. We're on episode, I think this will be like episode 423, which in actual numbering is somewhere in the 160s without missing an episode.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Boo, loser.
Honestly,
Carter, do you have a good story about Hunter?
a good story about Hunter?
May, feel free, if you have a Hunter story you want to share here in his epitaph.
I could share the time he fell into a hole.
Oh yeah, I don't know if anyone's ever heard that one.
Definitely heard that one. Damn. Me and Hunter used to live together.
Damn.
He was pretty cool. We had a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of one story. We have a lot of stories. I don't know.
Yeah. Here, I'll go and then you can
you
think
go.
on it.
I think on this.
So I'll never forget the day that a Super Mario came into the game store I was working at, cosplaying Nathan Drake. And little did I know at the time that I would become that man's Luigi.
Cute.
And it was that day that started this whole crazy ride to where we're at now. From humble beginnings of me just staring at this man like another annoying customer that I had to deal with, to...
I would kiss that man.
Yeah.
Sloppy style.
No homo, but we could lick tongues.
Joey's like, I'd lick his ear.
Do ear stuff.
Well, I guess I'll tell the first time I met Hunter. I walked in to a job interview, and I was 17 years old.
Young man.
Walked in, had a job
interview. That was
interview.
before COVID. Can you imagine a time that such a world existed?
Yeah. Walked out of the job interview, got called 5 minutes later, you're hired. First red flag.
Yeah, you're fine.
Walked back in the store 10 minutes later. Introduced me to Joey. And then I see this Mario looking motherfucker sit behind the counter. Watching some kind of show, probably.
Mm-hmm.
We did that a lot.
But
it turns out he wanted to start doing this Adventurers League thing. And we got together. And then he made me wash the windows when he said he would do it. I remember this guy's kind of a selfish asshole.
Oh, yeah.
But I love him.
Selfishness, I'd say that is one of Hunter's traits. He'd give you the shirt off his back if he had another shirt to put on.
Right,
sure.
a cleaner shirt.
Right. Probably one he got from GameStop. But you know what? Another negative trait of our friend Hunter is...
Oh, my God.
This man, he was the laziest MF I ever met in my life. if he could have bought one of the little old people I can't get up and down the stairs for his new apartment, he'd have had one 100%. If there was one on Facebook Marketplace that was in his price range, he's like, bro, check this out. Sit down and as you walk up the stairs past him, he's like, isn't this the coolest thing ever? I don't even have to walk up the steps.
It's moments like Scimitar that really keep me coming back for more. Just the blatant doubling down.
Oh yeah, that's the best part when you're like,
situation.
no, it's actually this. Look what Google Translate says. Scimitar. No, that's not what it is. It's scimitar.
The tripling down is crazy. But that's great. Just so many stories that Hunter has helped us sort of make has been really cool. So here's to you, Hunter.
You know, we take the good with the bad, Hunter. Just like you take our goods with our bads. Like when I kept you up for 3 hours the night before you had to take your test for your fancy new Okta dashboard job. And then I probably made you fail it. Because I was still existentially crisis texting you minutes before you went into it. It's your own fault, but...
I don't know. I'm perfect, so I don't really...
Yeah, don't forget about it.
I'm just a baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
He's a loyal guy.
Yeah.
Super loyal guy.
He's definitely, if it was like an apocalypse situation, I
would
don't know if
not
I'd
have
want him
him.
on my team.
But like now,
Yeah.
he'll have your back emotionally and as a friend.
Right.
But like if up until the point is if there's no other options besides save himself or save you, he's saving himself.
Yeah, like if you're in a like a Friday the 13th situation,
He's tying your shoes together.
Yeah, he would throw you to the killer.
Right.
To save himself.
But like otherwise he has your back.
Yeah.
So 80% of the time.
Yeah.
Which is honestly more than a lot of people.
Yeah, at least you know it about him, right?
Yeah, you can watch out. Like I'm feeding someone else before me. I gotta make sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if it comes to it, I'll take the hit.
Yeah.
I'll jump.
I mean, what? You're gonna get hooked and then you get off the hook. Somebody's doing
I'm gonna try to rescue. I always try to rescue from the hook.
Oh, Hunter never goes for a hook rescue.
He's too busy.
Yeah.
He's trying to get out.
Definitely doing generators.
Hiding in the corner.
Oh man. He do be letting you die in video games a lot.
Every time. It's because he thinks he has something to prove.
And I know that he doesn't like to do things that he's not good at. That's another thing that Hunter does. Like if he doesn't excel at like a video game the first time he plays it, it's trash.
Or if you can't jump.
I can't play this. This is garbage.
Yeah.
I died one time. How can I have
Dude, I had to Stockholm syndrome him into watching One Piece. Still hasn't finished.
But then he'll turn around on you and be like, yo, bro, Kaiju number 8 though? Have you watched that yet?
No.
That's the best one. Luffy's like, this is the best anime.
I cannot believe that fucking solo leveling. That pissed me off. It's good. It's good. It's very good.
Yeah, I think it's great.
good.
The animation is really good.
Anime
the fight
of
scenes are
the
good.
year.
I don't think it's better than Free Run.
It's like,
By, like,
I've turned
a
it on
long-
and I cannot pay attention to it for like half of the episode and I'll still
Yeah.
like it's not refined.
I just don't think he's that interesting of a character, like the main character.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, it's just a power fantasy, just like he's strongest.
Yeah.
Which is fun, and I love watching them.
To a point, yeah. But the same thing with like Free Run. Like Free Run, I think, is that same sort of character, but is much more interesting because of like the
Because of her
emotional
downfall.
depth of her character.
Yeah,
I
and the
don't
love
think-
story.
The MC from Solo Leveling has that. Like he's very one-dimensional.
Nothing really feels earned personally.
Right. He's just like, I killed a guy. After that first fight, right, with like the two goblins and the dog.
Yeah.
After that, it just snowballed out of control, and he's like, "Oh, you're the greatest villain that has ever lived." Dead.
Now I'm more powerful.
I got 17 levels off that. Man, imagine if we leveled in D&D like that guy levels in solo leveling. Woo!
It's because he's fighting monsters all the time.
He isn't.
We don't fight any monsters.
We only fight people.
We don't fight any monsters. Give me a quest board with some side quests. Let me fight a monster in between.
One Bolay terrorizing the town.
Point me at that rhino bitch.
Ghouls.
Point me at them. Gnolls. I'm good at killing gnolls. Dude.
Oh, how he waxed poetically over some memory of Knoll killing.
It's so cool.
Oh, man.
That one time I shot a Knoll through the
bitch.
Oh. Everybody else was like, dig a tunnel. And I was like, no, I'm going to dig a tunnel through them.
It's like First Blood. He's out there making like punchy pits.
How much time we got?
I drew First Blood. Oh my God. We got plenty of time.
I remember, oh, dude, the first time I got high.
With Hunter?
Yeah, it was at Hunter's apartment in the original studio. And we went outside and he was like, do you want to smoke? And I'm like, yeah.
It's so funny because he like never does. Like he never wants to drink. He never wants to smoke.
And I smoked. And then the conversation slowed down. And then I felt like I was in a time bubble. And everything was passing me by.
You were solo leveling.
I was solo leveling. I hit the weight marker in Skyrim, and I saw everything going past me. And then Hunter was like, you want to watch something inside? And I was like, what are you saying to me right now? Yeah.
It's funny. Good. It definitely wasn't the first time I got high, but it was the first time I had gotten high since like college was with Hunter. And it was at the time that I was like, 3 or 4 weeks from going into the emergency room for almost dying.
Remember that?
and I smoke and I start coughing. Everybody's like, lightweight. It's actually because my, lungs were full of fluid.
Yikes. Yikes.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was the night he did the worm off tequila and then threw up the tequila all over Alex's basement floor.
Classy.
Yeah. And then he was like, I never did the worm and I never threw up tequila.
Now he doesn't even smoke.
He doesn't do anything.
Sober.
He's straight edge.
Straight edge. Work from home.
He's CM Punk, the straight edge champ.
Damn.
Home businessman. Homeowner.
Homeowner. Not really.
Not really.
Damn.
Having all these existential adult conversations when I'm just like, bro, I just want to what sexy prince should I have for the next show?
Joey. Oh, Lordy.
Speaking of shows, we're going to Fairfax, Hunter and I.
Yeah? When's that?
August.
All my vacation time is going to be taken.
Speaking of vacation time.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We'll talk after.
Yeah, we'll talk after. I can't.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well.
Which kind of sucks because it's literally like all of my vacation time for the year. It's 2 weeks.
Damn, that's a long ass time to be in Colorado. What are you even going to do? Look at
go to the Rockies,
Rams,
I guess.
Sheep?
Rockies?
Yeah.
Also Denver.
Is there anything really going on in Denver?
I don't know. Guess we'll figure that out.
Castle Bonita.
My uncle and aunt live out that way.
Oh, okay.
So they have a big property. Apparently.
Ranch?
I guess so.
Bighorners?
My uncle is an Apache helicopter pilot. Or he was.
Does he still have an Apache helicopter?
Don't think so.
You get that. You get that when you retire.
Yeah, when they retire, they just hand you an Apache helicopter. They're like, "You earned
job.
this."
That's way better than here's a medal. Give me a fucking helicopter.
Yeah.
If there's any veterans listening, would you rather have had an Apache helicopter or a medal?
A $5 billion machine or a piece of metal? You choose.
No, I'm serious though. Is there enough honor in the different medals that you get, that they bestow on you, that you think that's more valuable than hey, we're gonna give you like an APC.
I mean,
here's an APC, you can use it. Here's a
Yeah.
road license for it.
if only the medals actually meant that the U.S. Army or military cared about you.
All right.
So like being taken care of as a vet, I feel like I would like. I'm not a vet, but like the $1 million machinery that I can sell, and
Yeah, would you trade it for like the high end politician wellness package?
being set for the rest of my life seems pretty good because everything in the military costs like $10,000 million. An APC, what does that ring you? $2 million?
Yeah, you probably sell it for a lot. Sell it to some, I don't know, Taiwanese warlord.
Or just like
Taiwan
a really
have
rich dude in
warlords?
Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, some survivalist in Texas who's like, I got oil money. I'll give you $3.5 million for that APC. I'll give you another 500,000. You throw that door gun in.
Pretty much.
Got his gigantic cowboy hat on.
Too big of a cowboy hat.
Yeah,
even.
he's like cartoonishly dressed in like a flannel shirt and like the rhinestone vest.
Oh my god. He's got the bib on.
That's how all Texans look. If there's any Texans listening, let us know if that's how you dress. Oh, stirring the pot. All right. So we were talking about Hunter's streak, which ended because he's a loser who cares more about his career than the podcast. I don't know why he would do that. Loser. Let's start off with one that our audience will relate to. Tell me, we're gonna rank these streaks from like D to S, and then we're gonna talk about how hard it is to actually accomplish and whether that makes it cool or not. And the first one that I want to bring up is the 25 kill streak in COD to get a nuke.
Mm.
Have you ever accomplished it?
Mm-hmm. When I was
This man's
younger.
gotten a nuke.
When my bones were smaller.
I had the lightning reflexes of a 13-year-old.
The elasticity.
Used to say horrible things in Xbox lobbies.
Yeah. When I used to play Call of Duty seriously instead of just fucking off the entire time and getting killed just by like trying to, I don't know, clip.
Yeah. Rank it.
It's like middle of the road.
Do you think it's because it's very niche? It's a video
game. I think
game.
that like if you play enough Call of Duty multiplayer, I think if you play a lot, it's not super hard to get eventually. Like if you just like are doing nothing but multiplayer and trying to get nuke, you can do it. So I would say it's probably middle of the road for that reason.
I do say that it does come up quite a bit in multiplayer. You do see it at least one session. If you play for a few hours, someone will get one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see it be its exclusivity being lowered. It's maybe not that hard to achieve. I mean, it's still difficult, but
yeah.
So yeah, like an A, B, where do you think it falls?
What's the bottom?
D. DCBAS. Because we don't use F's on the chart because there's too many F slurs.
I would say probably a C.
A C. That easy?
Well, I don't know in relative terms, so we can come back or revisit.
Maybe we'll re-rank it. All right, let's do a sports one. So Cal Ripken Jr. Played 2,632 consecutive games of baseball. To put that into context, 2,632, right? Games per season is, and I don't know if it probably counts as postseason, but we'll just look at this based on what a normal season would be. 162 games a season. Means he did that for 16 years without missing a game. Hunter.
How many years?
16.
Yeah, that's an A tier.
That is a long time to do any job without taking a day off. I assume that his his wife had children during that period. I assume that he was sick during that period. Pretty impressive for sure. I don't know if there's anyone that's even come close to that or if they will.
Yeah, probably not.
Which
John
brings
Cena.
us. John Cena, 17-time champion.
Isn't he also like one of the longest?
No, but
champion holders?
I do have a wrestling streak on here.
Okay.
I'm just trying to bring up this other sports one. Because I feel this is a little bit more impressive than the Ripken one, just because of the intensity of the sport. So Brett Favre, NFL quarterback with the Packers and Vikings and Jets, 297 games. So that divided by 18 years in the NFL without missing a game.
Damn. We've been playing D&D for 7 years.
It's true. We've missed a lot of games though.
Yeah. But we've been going.
So the NFL streak versus the MLB streak.
I feel like it's harder in the NFL.
Right, because there's
a
more contact.
it's higher risk of injury, I feel like.
Yeah.
So just by
and
that
then
alone.
2 extra years past Ripken streak, even though it's 16-game seasons.
Yeah. That's an S.
Yeah. Yeah. That might be one of the best.
Yeah.
I did say I had a WWE one.
Mm-hmm.
The Undertaker, 21-0 in WrestleMania.
Damn.
Probably one that will never be duplicated. One they didn't even realize they had going until it was like 4 or 5 WrestleManias in before they started to build it as like an attraction, and keep the sort of thing going. So the very fact that it happened at all, is pretty impressive.
Yeah. What's the longest stream?
The longest stream. Isn't it Ludwig?
I don't know if it's still Ludwig. I know he did have the longest stream, but I think someone has streamed for the last 6 years, actually.
Longest stream.
So actually, no, I don't think Ludwig did have the longest stream.
The longest recorded stream was achieved by Normie. 200 he was awake the whole time. It says for 264 hours and 24 minutes. That seems like it would kill a man.
Emily CC has been continuously streaming on Twitch for the last 3 years.
Ludwig also holds the record for most concurrent subscriber. Okay, that's concurrent subs. Interesting.
Yeah.
31 days was all that his was. That's crazy. It seemed like it went on all summer.
Yeah. But Emily CC has been going on for 3 years. Still going.
May, what does Emily CC do? Can you post a clip? Is it just like her room getting recorded?
Don't think so. What's another one?
As far as like podcasters go, Hunter Taylor had like a 3.5-year streak going. That was pretty impressive.
That isn't pretty impressive.
And then he decided that Oak to Dashboard was more important. Guys, tell us in the comments, should we get rid of Hunter now? Let us know below. That's close to 30 minutes. So
yeah.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments. Should we get rid of Hunter? This went much smoother without him. I think there was no long diatribes or speeches or monologues.
God, I hate diatribes. I wish all my tribes were alive.
Guys, should I have described an entire movie in detail to to Carter so that we could have talked about it. Is that what you like in your content?
Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Older and Dumber podcast. We're here with two friends.
Wait. Make sure you like, comment, share,
and ring the bell. With the ring the bell.
And check us out on all audio platforms as well.
Yeah.
If you don't want to watch on YouTube, you can always listen pretty much everywhere else. Now you can do the thing.
Thank you very much for joining us for this episode of the Older and Dumber podcast, a podcast about two dumb friends just trying to make it on this planet we call Earth.
Oh, it's harder to do. It's harder to time
just
out.
One of us. Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Hey there, dipshits. It's me, Joey, a.k.a. Slooty Mage.
I'm Hunter, voice of Hunter Taylor.
And I'm Carter, Deagle Eagle.
We're
Older and Dumber.
Every Friday, we drop wisdom, humor, and a whole lot of nonsense. You won't want to miss it.
Become a patron today for as low as $5 a month. Get early access to all our episodes and exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at all the things we're doing and May's super secret editing notes.
Shout out to all our awesome dipshits. Your support really helps keep this madness going.
Join the crew. Be a dipshit. It's an exclusive club, and you're invited.
So, dipshits, mark your calendar every Friday for a dose of Older and Dumber craziness. See you there.
Fade to black.
Now my stand! Fade to black!